Actually, we are feeling great about this race. Everywhere we go, everybody tells us the same thing. They're not happy with either choice that the parties made in the primary back earlier this year. They want somebody else, and they want somebody, it's amazing how many people tell me they want somebody from downstate, they want somebody who's not a billionaire, and they want somebody who will listen to them and be a governor for the whole state. Yeah, it's interesting, we have 102 counties, so you have Cook County and then you have the collar counties, and after you take those from that 102, you end up with somewhere around 96 counties, and so that's downstate. And so basically anything west of 39 and south of 80, that's downstate. And that's the vast majority. That's 95% of the land area of Illinois is downstate. So it may not have the highest population density, but it's where the people who make Illinois work, live and work and want to do better. Downstate, I'm proud to be a loud voice for downstate. I have been the whole time I've been in the Senate, and I look forward to carrying that loud, booming voice to the governor's office. First of all, agriculture is the largest industry in the state, so 1/3 of our gross domestic product of the state of Illinois, and we are the 17th largest economy in the world. So Illinois, actually, if we were a nation, we would be the 17th largest economy in the world. That's how big the economy of Illinois is, and fully 1/3 of that is agriculture. So downstate Illinois, those 96 counties we talked about, that's where agriculture happens in Illinois. So 1/3 of our GDP is agriculture. That's downstate. Also, the state assets. You know, this is where the roads are. We are the transportation hub of the industrialized Western Hemisphere. And so when we talk about keeping those roads open, the IDOT operations, the transportation hubs, the corrections, all of that is downstate. Most of the state assets are in downstate Illinois. You know, I think they obviously have the ability to do that if we would allow it. We choose not to allow ourselves to be a victim of that. We go out and take our case to the people every day. The people respond to that. And as I say to the people I meet every day on the street in Illinois, around the state, these dollars only mean something if you allow them to. They only mean something if the people choose to believe that. And I believe the people are ready for something different.
I had the article on my desk, and I meant to walk out here with it, but it was either several months or maybe a year ago. There was an educational reform bill that you voted on. You voted no on. It eventually was passed, and it's actually given tens of thousands of dollars to the Quincy Public School District here. So had that, I guess, had the outcome gone your vote, those critical dollars wouldn't have come to this area. So, like, what's your response to that?
So I think you should look at the bill preceding that. So just about 10 days before that, we took a vote on a very similar bill, and I voted yes on that bill. And I was actually the only Republican in the Senate to vote yes for that bill because it was a cleaner bill. It was a bill that didn't send as many dollars to Chicago and brought more dollars to Quincy and downstate. Actually, Rauner and the Republicans went back in with Madigan and the Democrats and cut a deal to send an extra an extra $150 million to Chicago public schools. So I voted no on the bill that Rauner eventually signed, and a bunch of Republicans sold out downstate by voting for that. I voted for the bill 10 days prior that would have sent more money to Quincy and less money to Chicago. Rauner wouldn't sign it until they gave more money to Chicago. So from the time Rahm Emanuel and Rauner have been going on wine vacations out to Napa or wherever the rich people go to today, I have stood strong for downstate Illinois. I've stood strong for the Quincy area, strong for West Central Illinois, and the reason I voted no again is because I wouldn't vote for the Chicago bailout that Bruce Rauner and the Republicans gave Rahm Emanuel. I would like to look the voters in the eye and say, if you believe that the way things have been going for the last 100 years is the way to continue to go, then you have options, because if you vote for one fella, you're going to give the Chicago Democratic machine full control of the state of Illinois. If you vote for the other fellow, you're going to get 4 more years of what you've had. Illinois cannot withstand that kind of pressure. Give me an opportunity, and I guarantee you, if you're not happy with me in 4 years, both of these guys will be willing to take the reins 4 years from now.